Today we're going to go over the heel-toe sway and the front hook. So for the heel-toe sway, you're going to start off in a good stance here, and all it is squishing your buttocks. I'm turning my back foot to turn my back hip, and I'm going to square that back up, and then I'm going to squish my front butt. So I'm turning my front foot to turn my front hip. So with this, notice how my hips are the main focus on the turn. My shoulders have a natural sway to them, but I'm not doing this. This is too much shoulders. I want to put the focus on my hips. So my shoulders are going to move a little bit naturally, and you're going to see that my head is starting to move off that center line just slightly every time I squish my butt. So once you get comfortable with this, you can start practicing moving forward and back with it. So moving forward, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a slight step up each and every time I squish my butt. And then I can do the same thing going back. Squishing my butt, going backwards. Just to practice a little bit of movement during your heel-toe sway. Now this footwork is used for a lot of different things in MMA, but right now all we're going to use it for is the front hook. So to throw the front hook, I'm starting in my stance. We're always in a good stance, always have balance. If you don't have balance, you don't have power. And with something like the front hook, because it's such a close range attack, you really want to trust your hips and your feet to generate that power. So for the front hook, I'm going to take a step out and I'm going to squish my rear butt. It's going to get my head off the center line, and that's going to set up my hook. Once I'm here, I'm going to take my back foot and I'm going to turn it to the opposite wall to open up my hips so I have space to turn my hips over. So I step out, I squish my butt, and then I open up my hip. As I squish my front butt now, my hand's going to come away from my face just slightly, and for head hooks, my elbow's going to go above my wrist and my thumb is going to be pointing up towards the ceiling. And this hand's going to stay up at my face. Once I land my hook, I'm going to slip and come back to my stance. So again, I step out, I squish my rear butt, I turn that foot over to open up my hips, and then I squish my front butt to throw that hook. My hand's about 6 inches away from my face, elbow above the wrist, thumb pointing up, other hand's at my face here, and then I pull that back and I slip, and I come back to my stance, and I start moving around again.